This video on AI fashion is sponsored by Squarespace.
Okay, guess which one of these photos is AI generated? That's crazy. It's so hard to tell the difference now. How do you even tell what's real anymore?
Oh, Christian, it's so obvious though. Just look at it. You can tell when it's AI. Just look at it.
Okay. I'll even give you a zoom in on the details so that you can pretend like that is what's making a difference in your decision making.
Oh, look at the pixels on that one. Yep, it's look at the texture. You can tell because it's the pixels.
Oh yeah, wow, look at that. Everybody clap for the expert over there that was deciphering that one because it's this one. This one's the AI one, but it's a pretty close call. Honestly, it could have gone either way. Most of y'all probably got that right based just on pure luck. Or maybe there's a slight tell that most of us can't pick up on and the experts can actually look at this stuff and go, oh yeah, I'm sure you can get an instinct for this type of stuff eventually. But don't worry, if you thought that this one was AI, it's not far off to think that. Also, because it is. This is also an AI image, which is crazy because you saw the pixels, right? You saw the pixels. What happened? I thought it was the pixels though. That's crazy. Which now, I'm sure there are probably a lot of you out there that kind of caught this gimmick from the start and we're like,
oh, they're both going to be AI and Christian's going to play prank on both of us and we're going to look stupid. They're actually both AI.
Big brain, congratulations. I hope you feel really good about yourself because this one's the actual AI. This is a real image. This is a real item. This is a real product shot. This is the AI one. That's crazy though, because the pixels, right? I thought you could tell. I thought it was obvious. Oh, God. Anyways, these photos I'm showing you on screen right here. This photo. Even these ones, I'll just throw a bunch of them on the screen. Bam, just fill them up. I can confidently say that I could not have made any of these. If I tried, I could not recreate this. And I'm sure whatever AI engine that was used to make this type of stuff spat it out in a minute. I made these ones alone, just toying on Midjourney for 4 minutes, which is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. But you ever wish you just had the ability to almost instantaneously show someone what was on your mind at any given time? But outside of the recreational fun, what does this type of technology entail? I know there's a crazy breakthrough that's been happening over the past year, and and a lot of people have been hopping on it, but this type of stuff goes back 7 years ago even. 2016, the golden years. Fog, Yeezys. For Complex News, I'm Emily Oberg. I know I reminisce about this stuff a lot. And the nostalgia only grows with time. I'm gonna keep the further this gets away, I'm gonna talk about it more. But back then, while we were all caught up on Supreme Lines on Thursdays, Google launched something called Project Muse. You probably haven't heard of it, but it's a predictive design engine that was used to just generate creative decisions anywhere from color to styles to textures, all based on the preferences of over 600 fashion experts. So there's really good source material. In other words, this is the early stages of machine learning when it comes to the world of fashion. And though the results, as you can see, were not as realistic or practical as they are today, it was just kind of wild to see a machine generating brand new ideas that would have otherwise come from a human. And as you can predict, this type of technology has come a long way with the advancements of multiple AI machines and projects like DALL-E 2, Night Cafe, and Midjourney. One of the most popular uses of this type of stuff in fashion that you've probably seen all over Twitter and Instagram was the Nike x Jacquemus collab. And these are renderings, and it kind of caught me off guard at first. I was like, wow, this is not real. What about the pixels? It's also kind of wild how on trend it is. And I found a couple more works from similar pages all across my feed. This is everywhere for me now, and it's all nuts. I have trust issues now. Like, how much of this is real? None of that is real, actually, which is crazy. This is like that summer when everything was cake, and it was like, I don't even know what to believe anymore, and I felt really stupid for a long time. But also, it's like, damn, that's a really good fake. How is that cake? And then you see something real for once, and you're like, wow, I'm so tainted and damaged. I thought that was cake. And then some random guy is gonna slice into it and it's actually cake, and you're just like, okay, so now it's that energy for clothes. Surprise. The AI Adidas crochet prime knit sneaker rendering over here is actually just cake, dumbass. Why would you think that shit is real? And here are even more examples of Nike crochet sneakers this time. And even though they're not a real physical product that you can touch and feel and wear, the levels of realism that we can get from renderings in minutes now is kind of exciting. Like, look at the textures on this. Some bull like this with Nike titling it some corny ass name like Crochet is probably not that far off. But this type of stuff, right? It all starts with a seed like this. And I think that's the main breakthrough when it comes to HD renderings. Exponentially lower resistance when it comes to the creation of unique ideas. Accessibility. I'm gonna take things back a bit. Remember when you had to learn complex multiplication and long division? That shit was like, hard work pays off. I could divide anything. Like, look at this. Back then, you could work that. You could body this. Try and divide that now. I'll give you a couple of seconds. That's crazy, because it's actually just cake. But that was a skill you had to learn, and genuinely thought that it was gonna be the way things go. You were just gonna have to body things. And I'm gonna bring up some trauma for all my minorities out there. Trauma alert. Trauma alert. Remember the word kumon or kumon or kumon? Man, saying that is like a hate crime. Kumon. Remember the hours of kumon that you spent developing your math skills? Look at this logo right here. Sleeper cell. I hope you're panicking right now, because this is some real shit right here. Also, this is cake, dumbass. Can't believe you thought that was real. But after all that mathematical waterboarding and living in the goddamn scholastic trenches, and just to get good because you thought you were gonna need to solve stuff like this for the rest of your life. 2 grades later, these motherfuckers introduced a calculator, and then you never had to long divide anything in your life ever again manually. We should cry about that more. I feel like we need to get paid reparations for that. I'm not getting my money back on a kumon. But bringing this to fashion, how long do you think it would take to render a sky blue camouflaged fur-covered parka with cargo pockets? Because I'm not skilled enough to do that. And there are a million people out there that can do it better and faster than me. But for the skills available to me, I didn't go to Kumon for fashion. I created this with my left hand on a Discord server, which is seems illegal a little bit. What about a luxury leather bag made in the style of Mike Wazowski from the movie Monsters, Inc.? Kind of a weird concept to put your time and effort on. Oh, it's done. And there's 4 of them. There's 8 of them now because I liked it and I re-rolled it. Oh, you're cold outside? Minions puffer jacket. Pikachu bomber. Look at this one. This one in another universe where this is real. This is the next Bloody O viral fit pic. Remember when you were in Kumon and then after you were done hating yourself, you and your boys would like Google Super Saiyan 100 Goku? Now we don't have to imagine anymore. Super Saiyan 100, Super Saiyan Shrek. But now seeing how easy it is to make your wildest ideas a digital reality, how does this become practical? Can we make things that would become favorable in the real world? Because let's be honest, the world is not ready for the Shrek skin leather tabbies. I'm saving that shit for after the recession. Okay, so I tried my hand at something that I would actually wear. It got serious. It felt like when you're driving the speed limit in GTA and you're like, damn, I'm really out here right now. And with a little bit of trial and error, I was able to get the AI to generate these things, which I feel like they could genuinely look really good if they were put into production. Honestly, it's kind of weird because it's a totally different game trying to get reasonable renderings, like things that could be made. There's definitely an art to typing AI prompts for realistic results. Like I felt like I was drawing with my fist clenched. Like I felt so dumb. It took a while to get the hang of the formula. Like these pants right here, probably one of my favorite things that the thing shat out. I love these. You give Wisdom 30 minutes with these and he's snubbing me of the fashion streaming for the 4th year in a row. I think the prompt I gave was a product shot with a white background of a flowy pair of black cloth flared pants. And if I'm being honest, I really didn't know what to expect. I don't even know what I was thinking when I would type that. But I feel like it kind of gave it enough instruction to get something going. But again, the AI could have gone anywhere with the idea of black cloth pants. What does that even mean? I re-rolled this prompt and these are the results. And as you can see, this is all just a game of chance. Like, this is black cloth, this is black cloth, this is black cloth. In my opinion, I feel like there's a lot of value in this randomness. Like, if you have writer's block, where are you really going? But with AI, you can just re-roll the idea and get unlimited random results. Again, not saying like you can't have these brilliant ideas organically, which you can, and people do. I feel like the impressiveness with this type of stuff comes in the speed and variety mixed with the accessibility. I just think of it like playing a piano versus playing a synthesizer. Every note or chord or melody that you can play on a synth, you can also play on a piano, practically at least, with your hand. And classical pianists can write some insanely beautiful, technical, advanced pieces that require undeniable skill to perform properly. And I feel like this human element and this touch is what will forever cement that form of art's place in music. But with a synth, on the other hand, someone with little to no experience can hop on, toy with it, and do some random stuff and achieve interesting and unique sounds all by complete accident, which is nuts. And it happens all the time. These lightning in a bottle moments that are otherwise skill capped on pianos or any traditional instrument for that matter. And this example is how I see the introduction of AI changing the landscape of conceptualizing when it comes to fashion. But back to what I was saying about happy accidents, right? How much of these things that I came up with on Midjourney were a result of my true vision and idea versus how much of this was the AI thinking for me or stealing for me? That's kind of a good question here. How much of any of this is an actual original idea? The AI didn't randomly pull this out of the ether, right? These ideas are sourced from somewhere. Off rip, I can already see design cues from Rick Owens in these sneakers, and I can see shades of Julius on those cargo pants. That's just how machine learning is gonna work when the source information is other people's work. That is the moral and ethical dilemma when it comes to sourced machine learning in art. It can easily be seen here in graphic art with this engine, Lenza, clearly stealing from artists that have left their signature on their works. Like, look at this. It looks like the engine went. And here are just many other examples of AI just ripping art styles with barely any changes made. So this brings us to this question. Is the use of AI in fashion, or just any form of art for that matter, ethically sound knowing the nature of this technology? Obviously, work being stolen and replicated without consent is one of the biggest no-nos when it comes to art, and oftentimes it's illegal. But it's no conspiracy that fashion is inherently based on copying and stealing, or remixing. Remixing is optically a way better term. You see it in almost all the iconic pieces of the past 10 years. That's just how it works. Rick Owens released the most Aphex Twin Vans skate low of all time, and they're reselling for $1,500 on Grailed now. And again, I would like to say that there is an undeniable frustration that comes from an algorithm stealing your life's work for the sake of someone's vapid, funny idea. And there's something depressing and unsettling about the fact that it's happening hundreds of thousands of times a day by way of millions of people with absolutely zero way to stop it, at least momentarily. The problem I feel is the lack of accountability and transparency. So I think overall, it is important for the fashion industry to carefully consider the ethical implications of using AI and to strive for transparency and accountability in its implementation. This may involve taking steps to mitigate the potential negative impacts on employment, protecting intellectual property, and ensuring that AI algorithms do not perpetuate or amplify existing biases. It may also involve being upfront about the collection and use of personal data and giving individuals control over their own information. Yeah, that is crazy. But I do genuinely feel that AI should be held to a higher level of accountability and transparency. The funny ideas may seem innocuous at first, but I feel like it shows the potential of how much harm this type of tech could cause to the integrity of art. And I hope this lets us appreciate human-made works even more, which is why I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Squarespace, for helping me create a website all on my own. But I do mean all of what I just said though. Squarespace is the best place for absolutely anything. They got over hundreds of designer award-winning templates so that you can make a website look exactly how you want it without any coding needed. Like I said, I did this all on my own. And you can tell I did it in 20 minutes. And when I said I use Squarespace for everything, I meant it. Even when it came to everything commerce related, Squarespace had all the tools needed so that I could set up all the payment stuff needed on checkout and give everyone a shot. Look at that. Look at all these options. And also 90% of the stock sold out on the email list before the website was even public. So I suggest signing up on the friends list at raised.online now if you ever want a shot, because that was crazy. No one even had a chance. And you can try out the website builder so you can see how easy it is and how cool it can be. And when you place an order and want to make it public, you'll get 10% off your first order. You're welcome. Like I said, squarespace.com/frugal aesthetic. That's crazy. Thank you. Okay, I made AI write me an outro for this video, and it was complete ass. So if you want to read what computer generated content is going to look like and everyone bragging about computers writing their scripts and stuff, you suck. You need a robot to do that. Also goes to show there's levels to this shit. Look at this outro. Follow me on everything, raised.online, 17 underscores. Join the friends list now. Keep up. This is about to be your favorite brand of 2023. Also, this whole video was cake. I bet you feel really stupid now. Come on.